everyone, this is Angie at Stampingwithamore. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. So I've been getting quite a few new followers. So because at 30,000, I'm going to be doing a drawing for a prize. I'm doing a giveaway. And lately, this past week, I've had a couple questions about the hostess code because I always usually post it here when I'm doing a video. And I've had a few people ask me if you have to be a hostess to use this hostess code. No, you do not. I set up this hostess code with Stampin'Up. If you use this hostess code, you get put in at the end of the month. I will draw a name for free hostess dollars, which mean you have money to spend with me on any Stampin'Up goodie that you want. So it's good to use the hostess code when you are ordering from me. If you spend $150 or more, do not use this hostess code because you will get free hostess dollars from Stampin'Up. If you have less, then use this hostess code because you can have a chance to win at the end of the month. And I usually just draw one name for the hostess dollars. It ranges differently every month because it just depends who orders with me and how many people I have that are ordering. And then you get put in that drawing. I put all the names in the random number generator and I come up with a name who wins the hostess dollars. And I usually contact you by email because I need to get that order in so that you can get that order. All right, so that's the hostess code. I've had a couple of people ask me the same question if they have to be a hostess to use this hostess code, and no, you do not. All right, so this is the box that I'm sharing today. I thought it turned out super cute. You know, I cannot go through a Christmas season without doing something snowman. All right, so this is what I'm sharing today. I am using the Snowman season. This is in our annual catalog. This was out last year. It's a returning stamp set. It's one of my favorite. I used this a bunch last year. I'll probably link some of those videos in this video so you can see what I used this for. I am also using the celebration labels. I am using the second largest one, and that's just to get this cute little edge on the top of this box. So I'm using that. I'm also using the layering. These are the stitch circles, actually. These are stitch circles. I'm using the second largest one for him, the snowman. And I am using the snowflake wishes, but I'm only using the dies. The dies coordinate with this, so it's so many snowflakes is the dies. So you don't need the stamp set for this, but just the dies. And I am using this one and this one. So we have a lot of varieties here, but I'm using the two smallest ones in this group, except for this one. You do have to stamp that one. So that's what I'm using for this. I am using Balmy Blue in this, and I am using the Designer Series paper. That is Snowflake Splendor. It's this one, and I'm using this design here. Love this paper. And then I'm using our silver foil sheets, which is this right here. I think that is everything except for the ribbon, and I'll show you that when we get to that part. And you can also always substitute on this. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's stamp and color him so we can get it out of the way, and then we'll be ready to go. So I already went ahead and did some of the pre-cut work on the cut and emboss, so we don't have to. I did the snowflakes and I did the circle. For our snowman, we're going to stamp in Memento ink because if you're using your blends, which I'm using, you need to use the Memento black. If you have a really small image, you can get away with a different color, but mostly if you're coloring a larger image, you want to use the Memento black. So we got him. Isn't he adorable? I love this one. So the colors that I'm using for this, I am using light gray granite. This is dark Night of Navy. This is dark Balmy Blue, pumpkin pie dark, and light petal pink. So I'm just doing simple coloring. I'm not shading anything. I'm just going to color his hat, his nose, and his scarf. And I only picked the balmy blue so it matches the designer series paper and our cardstock. See, did I get all that? So then I'm using the dark Night of Navy for some contrast on his scarf and on his hat here. And then pumpkin pie, of course, for his carrot nose. And we're going to do his cheeks, the light petal pink. Ain't he cute? I love when they come alive and then this light gray granite, I'm just kind of outlining him. I'm getting like the areas that would be kind of shaded. I'm not doing a whole lot here. Just so it's not stark white. All right, that's all I am doing. I'll show them. Oh, I need to do his little snowflakes I did in the light, in the dark or balmy blue here. All right, and I'll show you what he looks like up close. So that's him. Isn't he cute? All right, so then that's that. Let's get the box going now. And this piece is 11 by 7. You're also going to need a piece that is 4 by 1.5. You're going to use the silver metallic paper, and this one's 4 by 3/4. And to mat it, you're going to need a piece 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. You can use just about every pattern in that designer series paper because it's really pretty. All right, so when I cut this piece at 11 by 7, you're going to have this piece here left. This is going to be 1.5. So what I did was I just cut this balmy blue piece at 4 inches. So that's where I got this piece right here. So you're not wasting a whole lot. You're going to use that same piece. All right, let's score this. Okay, so we are going to score it on the 11-inch side at 2.5, 3.5, 6.5, 7.5, and 10.5. Then you're going to turn it on the 7-inch side and you're going to score it at 1/2, 1.5, 5.5, and 6.5. That is all our scoring. All right, so you're going to have a 1/2 inch side up here. What you're going to do is you are going to cut off these 4 right here. And then you're going to cut off these 4 on this side. And then we are going to, on the opposite side here, we're going to cut off these 2. So this is the shorter side right here. And then we are going to cut off these 2. So we're doing the exact same thing on both sides. We're going to cut up these 2 score marks here. You're going to cut off this top 1/2 inch there. I'm going to cut into this one. These are going to be our flaps that go inside our box. I'm going to cut off these to make that easier to fold in. We're going to cut off this top 1/2 inch piece and then cut in. Now we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. Cut up each one of these. I'm going to cut off this top, cut in here, And cut off this one right here. And then we're going to cut this in here. I'm also going to, this is going to be our glue tab here, but I'm going to cut a little bit off of this as well. And that is all our cutting, so it's going to look like that. Let's clear this mess out of the way. Okay, so we have it all ready now to go. So what we're going to do is we are going to, let's go ahead and sharpen the score marks on here. And then we are going to use the celebration die to cut this end that does not have the flap. This is going to be a glue tab, so you don't want to do it on that side. So we're going to sharpen these. And you want to make sure when you do this that this is going to meet up here, and we're going to glue it. So when you do your celebration die, make sure that you use it on this side so that the stitching is going to show the right side. So when your box folds this way, your stitching will be going the right way. All right, so let's bring the cut and emboss on here. I did grab a little piece of tape here, my purple tape, because I want to make sure this stays in the right position. So we're using 1, 2, and 3 on this, and we are doing partial die cutting here. So what you want to do is you want to line this up to the very top. And if you've seen me do this before, if you followed me for very long, I'm just going to stick this right here just to hold it in place. You're going to take your other number 3 plate, slide it all the way in, and line it up to that first score mark there, and then tuck these in because you don't want these to get caught in your cut and emboss there. And we are going to only go until you hear it like click, just like that. And then you're just going to pull out your other plate, and we'll slide that out, and this will be ready to go. You may have a little piece that you can use your snips just to clip that little end right there. But then there you have it, your little top like that. So let's scoot this out of the way and get done with the rest of the box. So we are going to fold these all in here. We're going to put some tear and tape on this little glue tab right here. You want something strong. You can use wet glue if you have the patience to sit and hold it, but for the video I'm just going to use the tear and tape. I love tear and tape for boxes. It just works so well. And then we are going to remove the backing. Come on. And then this first score mark, again, we are going to line this edge right here to the score mark. So it's going to adhere right here. Make sure you have it straight, lined up, and then just stick your fingers in there. And then we are going to fold these ends in. And I just did it the wrong way, but that's all right. It's going to work just fine. But if you really want your stitching going the right way, so I should have folded my box the opposite way and adhered it the other side so that this side has the stitching prominent on it. You can still see the stitching, but it's not as prominent. And like this one, you can see it really well. And I should have paid attention to that, but do pay attention to that because it is important. All right, let's go ahead and mat this. So I'm just going to use some wet glue to mat it, but I may, oh, there we go. I was thinking I was out because it is very low. So we're going to mat this on the front. And then we're going to take our 4 by 1.5 piece of balmy blue, and we are going to mat that. We're going to center that on here. Then we're going to use the silver paper. We're going to center that in the center. And then I am going to use my silver. This is the metallic edge ribbon, and look at that. I barely have enough left. I need to order this. I love this ribbon. It's so pretty. So I just have enough for this other box. So look at that. Just going to make it. I'm going to trim the edge here. We're going to put that down. I'm going to just put the adhesive on the back here. Because our snowman's going to be on top. You won't see any adhesive. It'll dry clear anyway. And then I'm going to use our balmy blue metallic ribbon here. And again, I'm going to cut another piece just about the same width. So it's about 4 inches. And I will put some adhesive on the back of this one. And we'll set that down. I'm kind of setting it off to the side a little bit. Just give it a little bit more interest. Before we go on, let's go ahead and stamp our leaded snow because I don't want to forget that. So we're going to stamp the leaded snow. This is also from the snowman season. We're going to stamp that right in the center. Just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to use some dimensionals for our snowman. So we are going to put the dimensionals on the back. I'm not going to skimp on the dimensionals because I want that to stand up and stay puffy up there. Oh, look what I did. All right, we're going to have to put a couple more on there. Took it right off the paper, so we're going to put another one right there. And one more. All right, so he's going to go right in the center because he is the center of attention here. And then I'm going to bring in the snowflakes. We're going to put one using wet glue again. Put one on the side of the snowman right here. And I usually have a little piece of scrap paper. Let me see if I can grab it really quick. And I will press it on here so I don't get glue all over my fingers. So it lays flat there. And then we're going to put the large snowflake to the right here. Then we're going to put the silver paper on top of that one. We're going to kind of stagger it and put that on top there. Again, I'm going to stick that on here. And then one more snowflake. Right there. And that is it. So there's the other one. So if you need any supplies for this project, you can shop on my blog at stampingwithamore.com. I hope you enjoyed it, everyone. He's so cute. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.